Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news.
It's very outside of the box.
Nailed it.
I love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. From A to B.
Uncut. Is that you?
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast on
Like complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shattercast Uncut, episode 329. That's 329, and oh my god, I forgot to mute my phone. Apologies for that. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso, and I'm clearly not prepared. Joining me tonight are three other members of the Filthy Five. Matt, of course, we lost him to coronavirus. Rest in peace. Most unfortunate. We'll miss him greatly. But on the bright side, joining me tonight, he is the architect. He is the smartest Transformer fan in the fandom. Don't bother looking it up. Like, seriously, you're just going to get his face all the time. And he's known to be the only man on Earth that has the sexual prowess of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That is T2RX6, Justin.
It's me. It's me. As soon as I heard the Tyrannosaurus comment, I'm like, yep, that is what my Wikipedia says.
That's right. So, especially your TF wiki entry.
Yep. Yeah.
They said that Justin's such a man that Grimlock would be his power bottom. That's right. Not just any Grimlock, G1 Grimlock, the bigger version of Optimus Prime. So, now with that clearing my throat out of the way, speaking of clearing your throat, don't do it around this individual. He is taking quarantine to the next level. He's never been happier because they can't make him go anywhere. He's also the reason why Chuck Norris peed inside of a truck's gas tank, and that truck's name is now Chuck Norris, one, the only, Mr. Robert D.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
That's fantastic. How are you holding up?
Good. I have been in my apartment for days and days and days and days. I think I've left twice in the last 2 months.
Wow.
I've just been in here, and it feels like I see there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm like, no, extend the break, extend the shutdown, please. I've been in my office. Like, I finally, once my back started getting better, and I'm back in the office, I cleaned up the office a little bit, like a couple bags of trash. Wrapping up toys and bubble wrap, finally doing. I realize now what the plug was. What caused me to kind of go into like PTSD shock with regard to my collection and organizing it. It was Iron Factory Megatron. Like, that fucker came with so many accessories. I just shut down, and I was like, fuck it, and like I stopped organizing things, and it just started piling up. I mean, still. I basically now have, like, it really takes work to break up boxes and let them go, and I was like, all my Iron Factory and New Age and, Masterpiece stuff, except for Prime, I had to, I was like, fighting with it, and I broke up the boxes, threw it out.
It can be tough because it's like, you're like, but I really, like the box feels like it makes it complete, and you're like, but I don't need it. Like, I'm not going to be selling this thing. Like, if I am, it's going to be to like someone like Oscar who probably doesn't want the box anyway, boxes are
garbage.
Yeah. So, like I definitely have that same problem all the time. I'm like, I can't get rid of this box. I'm like, yes, you can. Just get rid of the box.
Yeah. And I feel like the best way to organize the accessories would have been, like an alphabetized filing system, but I don't have that. My whole collection is literally the, accessories are in sandwich bags. I write what they are on the sandwich bag, but they're everywhere.
That's what I've been doing. That's what I do too. I actually have, like, if you go into the room where my collection is, like, It's a freaking mess right now because like I've gone through like I haven't been able to pull the trigger on getting rid of every single box, but like I feel like I really need to because like so much room is taken up storing boxes for like fans, toys, figures, and things like that. Like there's no point in me keeping them, but yeah, like I'm still struggling with it, you know.
So silly.
Yeah, I still have like that's the thing. I haven't thrown out my Fans Toys boxes, and then half of them are full. They've doubles. They're sealed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know. And
I don't have doubles, but I definitely have the whole like shelf full, and like I have like there's a futon in that room, and it's just like covered with boxes that are like these are 100% hitting the trash can. You know, like after I empty them out, and like I have bins and all that stuff to put all these things in, and you know a bunch of like Ziploc bags to store all the accessories, like you're saying. I'm like, and I still just can't get off my ass and clean it up, you know? Like, I don't know. It's probably lazy at this point, but
yeah, whatever. It's about organizing, you know, because the thought to find the accessories to, say, Toy World Hegemon, I have to go through probably 6, you know, moving boxes full of sandwich bags.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's really bad. It's not a good system.
Well,
oh, God.
We'll touch more on that in a bit. Speaking of touching, this guy can touch me every day. As long as he whispers in my ear, he'll Hasbro.
Oscar.
Remember,
it's Oscar.
It's Greg for Mercy.
Hi.
So Greg is joining us from work. Normally, he does not have acoustics that intense.
Slow day at the glory hole. Am I right, Greg?
What did you say?
Nothing.
No, what did you say?
I said slow day at the glory hole. Am I right, Greg?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Well, like I said in earlier episodes, what Justin wants, Justin can be savage. God.
That's what I do. I come out all innocent and unassuming, and then boom.
Like, yeah, I'm a great dad. I'm a really attentive husband. Oh, hey, a guy in a wheelchair. He's faking it.
Maybe
he has no legs. No, it's fake.
Totally
fake.
fake.
CGI,
yeah.
real
in
life,
person
yeah.
CGI.
So yeah, so let's talk about, did anybody get anything this week? Gregors, I know you got something this week.
No, I didn't get anything. So.
Oh, you got a Nazi punishing Transformer.
Oh, is Robert listening?
Nope.
Robert, you there?
Nope.
Okay, so I got the Black Mamba movie masterpiece Ironhide.
Okay.
Hey, you got the Prime. What do you mean Ironhide?
I got the whatever. I got the Wei Jiang Hound. Which is actually surprisingly not bad. Oh, and speaking of Black Mamba, I got their other brand, Transform Element. I got the Bumblebee UVB from that, which is a hefty little touch ball, little chubby fella.
How does he size up next to the MPMB?
The same way that the G1 Bumblebee would scale to a Warpath, I guess. He's more of your regular masterpiece scale than I don't know. It's kind of, I guess he's more in line with like just regular masterpiece vehicle scaling. So off the top, I'd say that his head comes up to like the chest, maybe.
You are all in on Bayverse. All in.
No,
all in.
That's not Bayverse. That's the Bumblebee movie. That's the Traverse.
Blame it on the Bay. Greg's collecting all that stuff.
I mean, that's fine.
You could blame it on the Bay.
At least I know where all my accessories are.
Because the Bay don't mind.
And then I got the Toy World World War II just so I'd have all the bees. I figured, fuck it.
Do you also have that servant to the Anthony Hopkins? Not headmaster, the other guy, the mustachioed tank.
I know, but I will. I will get that. So I want the Star Screen, and you got to collect them all. It's like Marvel Legends, motherfucker. So,
Robert, that GIF you posted in the SEU, that's beautiful.
Do you like that?
I liked it. I could not help but laugh out loud because of that one.
It's the music. It's the music.
It's perfect. It's perfect just how it is.
you're such a rapist.
I'm an analyst and a therapist. I am an analrapist.
Oh, you're
well, Mr.
Rapist. That's the kind of thing.
Mr. Analrapist, what did you get this week?
Me? Yeah. Shit. I didn't get shit.
How many toys Iceman do you have on over? Icemans.
I got 2 Icemens coming, but nothing came in yet.
Why do you have 2 of them?
Well, Fans Toys Combiners. It's the only thing I'm getting doubles on. I don't have doubles on all the Fans Toys. Okay. I got 2 of the Galvatrons, the metallics, and 1 of the regular Galvatrons. And just because they went, there's the ROC raffle, and I couldn't help myself, and I just went in and destroyed it. But generally, I do have a couple of others. But generally, if it's a combiner, I'm getting doubles because I have faith in Fans Toys. I am a member of the church, and I feel that the combiner is going to be amazing, and those bot modes are amazing, and it would be wonderful to display, bot mode and combine mode.
What about
Zeta? Maybe, but it's. I don't mind Fans Toys transformations so much. Like I had Skydive. Was it Skydive? The guy with the lightning on his wings. What the hell was that? Skydive?
I can never keep track of the aerial bots.
It's actually good, sorry.
It's I don't know. Skydive's the black one or the silver one. What?
Slingshot.
No.
Silverbolt.
Nope.
The only one that I tend to remember is Air Raid, I believe.
It's either Scare Raid. Oh my god! It's either Skydive or Air Raid, and I mixed the 2.
I think it's Air Raid.
I think it's Skydive.
I think it's Skydive, the silver one. He was in plane mode on my shelf, and I've been trying to organize things, so I need to get everything up and transformed and stuff, and no instructions, and I transformed him. And I'm like, this isn't so bad. It is one of the more intuitive transformations, but I don't mind the transformation so much. And, it's the kind of thing where, like, combiner teams, I look at almost like Beast Wars figures. What?
I'm fucking with you. I'm sorry.
I do like to display them differently. Beast Wars figures, I do want to see them in bot mode for a while. And then if I feel like playing with the toys, I'll transform them and display them in alt mode. I don't do that so much with just straight up vehicles. But if it's a combiner, then you have the combine mode back there, and then the foreground can be either bots or alt modes, which I like. So, but I'm not getting triples. I don't have room. I'm surrounded in boxes already. It's just garbage. It's horrible. I have nowhere to put these boxes.
Okay, I'll sell you my third one cheap.
I don't want it. I'll tell you.
I know you're probably hurting right now with the lockdown and not be able to work.
The longer I have shared, and the less happy I am with him. I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I mean, he's Warpath, and he's Fans Toys figure. There's no new grounds.
This is Warpath. It's Warpath 2.0. It really not Warpath. It's Spindrift 2.0. It really is. It's not Warpath. It's too heroic. Get me. You'll wow me, Fans Toys, if you take a dumpy ass character and you make a dumpy ass figure that is still amazing. Do that. Do that with Hoist. Make Hoist, and make him dumpy as fuck, but cool. He's got to be dumpy. The Autobots. Some of the Autobots are dumpy. They're fucking losers. That's the whole point. They're not warriors. They shouldn't be heroic. Not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes Sideswipe and Sunstreaker stand out, and Hound, and the Dotsons and Jazz, but Ironhide. But I mean, Ratchet's a bitch. Look at fucking, I don't know. They're not all heroic. The Autobots should not be heroic. It's not in their physiques. It's in their character. That's what's heroic. So I have spoken. This is the way.
All right, red guy from whatchamacallit? The Mandalorian who died, and spoiler alert there, but made me sad. It's like, no, my second favorite character.
Oscar, what did you get this week?
Did we do Justin? Justin, you're next. What did you get this week?
So, nothing Transformers related.
Okay.
But my wife and I have been really into Fortnite because she like started playing it. She's like, "This is the most amazing game ever," and she's like, "You should play." And I was like, "Okay, I will try it." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I kind of like it." And there's this character named Beef Boss, and he's pretty ridiculous looking because he's a big like hamburger with his tongue sticking out. Like, he's so awesome. I need an
like McDonald's Mayor McBig Mac or Mayor McDouble or
yes,
some shit.
Like, he's the most amazing character I've ever seen. And I was like, I need action figures. My wife's like, you don't need action figures. I'm like, I don't need action figures. And then I was like, I'm ordering this action figure. So that's what came in. And shh. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah, the Food Fighters got to go with it.
Exactly. He's like the leader of the Food Fighters. So.
Not the Food Fighters.
I just pictured Justin sneaking down his Fortnite action figure box, and his wife's like, "What are you doing? Nothing. Is that a Fortnite action figure? No, it's pictures of women that I've been sleeping with behind your back." And she goes, "Oh, you're so funny." He's like, "Yeah, ha, ha." He goes downstairs. Look, I could hook up with chicks. Got this Fortnite action figure. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
No,
so.
that was lovely. That's
all I got. What'd you get, Oscar?
Well, after talking with Robert this past week, he was telling me I was cleaning out his office, all the boxes. I got inspired to do the same. So I did find a rare little gem in my closet of goodies here, and that is my Beast Wars Cyber Shark. For those that don't know, he is the hammerhead shark that got remolded like a shit ton of times. But it's like it's new to me again, so I'm glad I have him. And then I got my first Beast Wars Masterpiece figure in the form of Shadow Panther.
Very nice.
And I also got Beast Wars Masterpiece Cheetor.
Awesome.
What was that?
I think he called you an asshole.
Oh.
I mean, look.
I had Prime points, so, BBTS had it for... Quit talking.
Shh. God.
Shh. Cyber Shark. So, I had a bunch of Prime points saved up from the years of purchasing with him. And so BBTS had him for 75, but with my Prime points, he came down to about 50. So it's great. So I picked them up and I had them shipped out here. Two of them. They're both great. Not crazy about the ankle tilt. Wish it went the other way. But other than that, I'm super happy with these guys.
Very nice.
That was the first Takara purchase I ever made. Was that black Cheetor Beast Wars figure back in the day?
That was me too. That was the first Japanese figure I ever got before Facebook, before Shadowcast and Uncut, before everything. I believe I was. Are you making fun of my post from a while?
Yes, I'm making fun of your post.
But yeah, I was still a beer man when I ordered this guy off of eBay, the original Cheetor repaint. So
ankle tilt. What's wrong with his ankle tilt?
They go in one way. That's fine, but not the other way. I want him to go out. I want him to be like free. It's like being spoiled by Fans Toys Shockwave. Thanks to Andrew, I believe his name is, that gave me the hand. I did pay him back for shipping. Anthony, Jesus Christ.
Hey Andrew.
Andrew Gort. Anthony Neal, thank you again. He's probably not even going to talk to me ever again. That's fine.
Yeah,
but he'll probably block me, and that's okay.
He should.
That's because I'm good enough, smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me.
But I mean,
That's a good thing. I wish that was still around.
Why would you need an outward ankle tilt? I mean, unless you're going to do like a pee-pee dance and have the legs crossed.
No, you need an outward ankle tilt. You get better posability with that.
Maybe you're doing a really cool running pose, but then you need like ab crunch too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
You're just picky.
You know he's got a really good ankle tilt.
He's got a really good what?
Ankle tilt in alt mode.
I did not mess.
Sheridan.
Cyber Shark?
Yes.
Stop making fun of my Cyber Shark.
I'm not making fun of Cyber Shark.
Cyber Shark is great. Cyber Shark is love.
It's a hammerhead?
Yeah, it's a hammerhead shark.
Ooh.
He's got a dope face sculpt. One of his gimmicks is the hammerhead launches off the body as like a projectile, or you could put it in his hand as a club. So I mean, it works, or a hammer, no pun intended. So it works.
Beat you to death with a hammerhead shark head.
Yeah, you fucking bleed out.
Teeth out.
So I'm happy. Yeah, my pre-order I put in a while ago at the Chosen Prime for the Red Bull. Shouldn't say that, but the Generation Toys Red Bull Sideswipe process too. But I'm just keeping that stash for time being.
Now, does that? I wonder if that figure flies.
It'll definitely give you wings.
There you go.
Shut up. In your mouth till your cheeks blow up. Speaking of cheeks blowing up, there could be a few nerds huffing and puffing in Canada like they were here in Orlando a few months ago, because apparently TFCon Canada has been pushed back.
Oh no. The world needs to be careful. We need to take precautions. It's a good thing. So. Yep.
So, I mean, like, I was upset when they canceled TFCon Orlando. That's fine. I actually was surprised that they were able to reschedule it, but they probably got a real better relationship with the place they're holding that. They're in Hilton. Apparently, that's been a regular thing. So, yeah.
Do you like that banner?
With the Ox Studio.
With Galvatron and Rodimus and RC.
Yeah.
And say, I drew that.
I think it's pretty dope. No, it was Bobby that drew that.
He did. He only draws from Moss Toys.
Because they're legit, right?
Listen, I was chatting with Bobby today, like a lot, back and forth. And I was like, hey, you want to get on the show tonight? We're recording. And then he fucking ghosted. Fucking bitch. He ghosted. Like, all of a sudden, he wasn't looking at his messages. Fucking bitch ass. He doesn't even listen, so I know you won't even hear this.
I honestly don't think he looks at the videos I send him.
You send him videos? And he says good stuff.
Yeah, like the Whirl, where I get a ha 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 ha. So I don't know. Like, I'm sure he's busy being busy, so I don't really hold it against him. But either way,
how long has he been off the show now?
It looks like they. Huh?
How long has he been off the show now? It's been a while. He hasn't said anything to me, Dick.
Wow. Savageness rears its ugly head again.
Has Bobby said
I love Bobby, and I haven't said anything to Bobby either, so I can't really blame Bobby. So.
Yeah, phones work both ways, bro.
Exactly. You know. So he's busy. We're all busy. We have things going on. So what can you do?
And who else is too busy for Bobby?
Who else?
Listen, we can't hear you.
Thank goodness.
No, he said Cyber Shark. He's ripping on my Beast Wars figure.
So I did this artwork. I hope you guys like it. TFCon Toronto is adjourned. Now the question, with it being September, so are they now postponing the
Chicago? Possibly.
I can imagine that would be the next logical thing to do.
Together.
So I'm not going to a big city until there's a vaccine. I don't care.
No, it's stupid. You know, like I keep telling my wife, like, you know, Florida and stuff. Like, sorry, Oscar, I know you're in Florida, but like the fact that they're like, we're reopening things. I'm like, you guys are making a mistake. You know, like until there's a way to prevent this is just going to be a big mistake. So, I don't know. Again, like I said before, if you haven't seen the documentary on the Spanish flu, I highly recommend it because when people stopped taking it seriously, it flared back up and like it was even worse than, you know, the numbers going into it, you know? So, it's just stupid. Just be safe, and I know it sucks, but you'll survive. We'll all survive in the end.
Matt booked the hotel for Chicago. And he was trying to peer pressure me into it. I was like, fuck no, I'm sorry. We're not going to a big city with this stuff. And he's not afraid of the coronavirus. You know why? Because he looks like the coronavirus.
Jesus Christ.
He is kind of spiky. So.
And round.
Mm-hmm.
Spiky and round. You ever see his ass pimples? If you saw his ass pimples, you'd agree with me.
I know. I heard him fart live in the hotel room, so I know for a fact that there's probably a few lingering there because I have a few.
They say that's how it spreads. It can spread by farts. Have you heard that? I swear.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
I have not heard that.
It can spread by farts.
You know, like, and if, I mean, they may even cancel this. We don't fucking know. Seriously. I mean, even then, people are going to be weary about international travel, even though it's basically, for those of you that live way up north, you know, like a 5-hour drive away from the border, you know, they're still treating that as if you came from Wuhan itself. So, I mean, in the case of this, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago gets pushed back to like a December date or maybe just a next year altogether.
And in the end, that's not the worst thing that could happen. So
it's not. I mean, you know, like a part of me wants to sit there and be like, yeah, you know, like you Toronto, you know, the Canadian population that loves this shit, maybe a little upset, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and to feel upset be like, well, is fine.
This got outright canceled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this was like amidst like discussions in like Enter the Realm and shit, like, you know, the Realm of Collectors like Facebook group where they're just like, I'm not going, man. I don't want to risk catching this shit. Meanwhile, I'm all like, man, I'm just gonna go anyway because I know the spell ain't never coming back. And then, of course, they canceled it, so I know for a fact it's never fucking coming back. So I mean, like, I was considering Chicago because apparently airfare is dirt cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could literally score a flight. I could score a flight to Chicago round trip for about $175.
Mm-hmm.
That is scary good price.
I'm waiting for a refund on my wife's and my anniversary trip we were taking. So
where were you gonna go?
Canceled. We were gonna go down to Jamaica for a week. So
make a number 3, man.
Yeah, not this time though. So what can you do?
Have some rum punch.
So that was canceled. The hotel and stuff has given it back, but so far the airline has not, even though they're supposed to. So no idea what's going on there. So just wait.
Sounds like you could use an attorney.
Yeah. Whatever. I just contact my credit card and be like, hey, here's the proof that says they're supposed to give this money back, and they still haven't. So.
Yeah, dispute the charge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's you know, we have to play. Sadly, we have to play it safe. A lot of people aren't doing that. Oh God, like I'm not even gonna mention the names. Some of you may have seen this. There was a post made by one guy about an article that says the coronavirus has taken more lives than the Vietnam War, and another individual decided to make comments in that and basically said, "Oh, those numbers are fluff." Blah blah blah. And they had it seemed like a nasty back and forth, but then again,
it was very civil. I saw that back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, no, there was a lot of, I was reading a lot of passive aggressive, you know, so.
That was Ace, right? Ace trying to convince the other fella.
Yes. But like, oh, you serious? You serious? Why don't you come with me? Come with me. And
come to Staten Island. See how many people are dying in the hospital. Come on, come over to Staten Island.
Come on over here. Come on, get a meatball sub while you're over here. They look at all the dead people in the truck because you think this is all a hoax. You fucking Goomba.
You didn't see me post my GIF of Trump's squished face making fun of face?
Yeah, I saw it, but I felt insensitive to react to that.
You should have.
But I did not want to. Speaking of insensitive, we're on the third-party Gangbus. And the first up to the bat here is the new Age Mista.
Greg.
Mista, which is their MP version of Dark of the Moon Soundwave. And apparently he comes with Laserbeak, what looks like a fucking M5 machine gun, not a gun guy, and Ravage.
Greg's excited.
Looks good.
Picking
Yeah,
up
this looks really, really
stuff.
good. It does look like MP5.
A better price for it than what TF Source is asking.
What?
It says he wants a better price for it compared to what TF Source is asking.
So this thing, is this in scale with the MPMs? Or is this Legends still? Okay, so it's not Legends.
No, it's MP scaled and it's got hardware.
Nice.
I'm really interested. I'm glad they said that it has hardware, but this is New Age's first, foray into masterpiece scale. You know, New Age, they have good figures, but it's typically ball joints, right? So, I mean, Magic Square, they did their, MP scale prime.
Mm-hmm.
So they went from the loose pin hinge joints into MP joints. Joints matter. So we'll see. I hope it's good. It looks like, I saw some of the earlier shots and it looked like it has good hardware in the joints. So I hope it's good. That's all.
Yeah,
but
I hope it's good too.
Really
I certainly don't want to see what's pretty much my favorite company anymore. Like, get a bad hand because they did something that was not their forte. But hopefully they come out and make just as good of a masterpiece scaled figure as they do a Legends, and then that's fine. Just continue doing your Legends too. So
I'm going to be nitpicky here, and I know that it is nitpicky, but for a Legends company to do a Laserbeak, who is supposed to, Laserbeak in the Bay film, the signature thing. Look at that neck. That neck is all little ball joints, and that's cool. The wings should be as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're on hinges.
They're just flat, and I feel like that should not be like that. Maybe they can't do it realistically because they're so flat, but I'm a little disappointed with that. You're a Legends company. You should be able to bang that thing out and knock it out of the park. This figure could be like a home run based on the quality of these two little minions.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Right. One thing that does bother me, and it's about all the Bay formers, really, a lot of them it's the color scheme, right? Like, so a lot of it's gray or a dark hue of gray. Maybe you'll get an Autobot in yellow like Bumblebee and yellow and green like Ratchet, or all black like Ironhide. Like they had this one picture 05 where unless you zoom in on it, you really would think it's just a clump of mess with two tires sticking out. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. That's the one thing that kind of bothered me about the aesthetic. Like when they would fight, in the movies, it's like all you see is just two shades of gray rolling down a hill, just hitting each other, and then a spark, and then someone's dead.
Yeah,
and then a lame speech by Optimus. But it looks good, and I've looked at it compared to the movie stills. It does look pretty good. Like they tried to keep it accurate, but just for the sake of critiquing it, the pointy bits, I feel like they should have been a little pointier. I know it sounds stupid, but like the knee spikes, the head spikes, and the shoulders don't even have spikes. I don't know how they could have done it, but I wish it was a little more elongated and pointy because that would have, been more in line with the movie aesthetic. Maybe they couldn't have done it, but I don't know. I feel like they
the first person who broke the tip off of one, the first person that complained about how hard it was to transform because it kept getting poked in the thingy.
Yeah. It just looks like the bits are rounded off, but I mean, it looks like they really did care a lot about that alt mode, and it looks beautiful. That alt mode's sweet.
Yeah, they did really good with the alt mode. All the paint work on this looks really nice too. Like, got to give them credit for that.
Silver?
Yeah.
Or the silver.
Yeah, the silver.
Or was it the light gray?
All the silver. But I mean, like, it does look good, and like the little accents, the little gold pops and stuff. Like, I'm not into the movie stuff, but I still kind of feel like half compelled to check this out just because it's New Age, you know, like just to see what it's all about. Like, I may not buy any of the other stuff, but I just want to see, like, what did you do? How did it go?
Aren't you interested in knowing what they would do with a masterpiece figure?
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Well, I mean, like I'm looking, like, you know, image number 11 is a back shot of them, and it, like, everything.
Your favorite.
It folds up very neatly.
Yeah.
You know, so it looks really good, and then, you know, the Ultimate's fucking gorgeous. But then there's that group shot that we posted on our Facebook page on facebook.com/Shattercast. All of the Decepticons that are out, and you really have to zoom in to see Barricade. That's if you have a smartphone.
Yeah.
But that's
he's
how
blacker than that. He's blacker than that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of weird.
It's racist.
So is that MPM Megatron? They did an MPM Megatron, didn't they?
Yep, they sure did.
Can't believe I didn't get them.
Shit, man. I think he was going for like 130.
There is really no secondary market for this stuff. Isn't that crazy? It's weird because, you know, I don't feel like the figures are bad. I mean, I have Barricade, I have B, I have Prime, and they're all, when it comes to a figure, they're really solid.
Mm-hmm.
So what is up with that, with the secondary market? And I'm sure Starscream's going to be great too, as a figure. You know? So, but I'm excited about this New Age. I really am. Just like Justin, I'm tempted to get it just for the fun of it. But, you know.
So I'm doing a quick eBay search for Transformers because I want to see something, because I know for a while the Studio Series Ironhide figure went for
was it ever the Studio Series Ironhide? Was it like on par in price with the MPM Ironhide?
I believe so at one point, yeah. Like it was just that much more popular, and then yeah, I mean, depending if some of these are knockoffs or not, because I'm seeing $60.99 plus free shipping.
From China.
And some of these are $100. This is a local seller. One guy selling his for $100 plus $10 shipping. Where is he located? California. So, I mean, shit, this might be a knockoff too. You never know. But, I mean, I believe the Chosen Prime had him on there. But
yeah, the whole color scheme with the base stuff bothers me. You know,
it's very plain. Like, you know, for like, granted, like the mainline toys weren't that great, but at least they went crazy with some of the designs and gave them different color schemes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's just gray and silver. You know, you got to get some colored lights for your detolf, Greg.
I have colored lights. I don't have a detolf.
Oh yeah, so MPM Megatron goes for $159.99. MPM Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie goes for $89.99. This is on the Chosen Prime, and Ironhide movie mask. No, $134.99.
Really?
Yeah. So, I know his Voyager class figure was supposedly just as... So people were saying it's just as good as this. That's why it was going for so much on eBay. So if I put in... Transform... No, what am I doing? Studio... Series...
We'll wait.
Well, I mean, Justin could always edit this out. So yeah, Studio Series Ironhide. Some people are selling it brand new from Hong Kong for $80. A lot of people are selling the leader class figure of Ironhide for $48. I'm not seeing a lot of Studio Series listings on here. One person's selling his Ironhide movie masterpiece figure for about $90 shipped.
Hey,
all I'm seeing is a box.
Are you on eBay?
Yes.
Why don't you see what that NPM, what is it, 3 Starscream's going for, or 2 or whatever? Just see what the leader class will version of Masterpiece is.
So you want the leader class, Revenge of the Fallen Starscream?
No, it's just type in Masterpiece Starscream. Masterpiece NPM Starscream. The original of the original NPMs. So I guess
the original Masterpiece. Okay.
But it's just the leader class.
Right.
Yeah.
One sec. Here, star.
So, Justin, you're tempted to get this, right?
Tempted, definitely.
Me too.
At the very least, if you get it, I'm going to probably ask you to send it my way so I can check it out.
You know I'm probably going to get it. God damn it. Greg, you're getting this, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably worth it.
There's something else coming out.
I'm sure it's going to be impressive. You don't have to be, don't be defensive. It's okay that you like this stuff.
I'm not. I'm saying there's something else coming out.
Are you ready?
Stop.
Are you ready? Josh,
no,
you guys
Greg's
ready?
being defensive. No, we're not ready. Greg's being defensive.
We're ready. You're ready. He'll get over it. He asked me to look this up. So, Transformers Masterpiece movie series, Chikara MPM Starscream, brand new in box, going for $499.99.
Look out of here.
Yeah, I'm not done. Masterpiece movie Starscream MPM-01, going for $849. That's from Japan. The first listing was from America. I am seeing another listing here for $1,233.52 plus $50 shipping from Japan. And from Hong Kong, $379.99.
Knockoff.
And it is all well into the hundreds. Well into like $325 is what I'm seeing right now. 362, 548 again. This guy's in Canada though.
That's like $25.
That is the, and Greg, you said that's just the regular painted Starscream from the Revenge of the Fallen Leader class mold.
That's premium, quote unquote, paint.
Yeah.
On the class mold.
I will never blind buy from an eBay seller in China ever again. Ever. There's only a few stores I'll buy from, that I've done business with before. But even those people, you never know if they sell their account. You could be on the cusp of getting fucked.
Yep.
eBay got your back, bro.
eBay got your back. Yeah, you can always file a PayPal claim.
So yeah, that is an absurd amount of money for the premium version of Starscream. So the cheapest.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say, continue what I was saying, Robert. There's something else really coming out right now, and they're making better versions of these figures. They're making masterpiece scale versions of some of the movie characters. They're not making. It's not like Dark of the Moon Mech Tech.
I like Mech Tech.
So
why you gotta be defensive?
I'm not being defensive. I'm I'm putting out my 2 cents.
I like the fact that you're getting into this stuff. It's nice. It's refreshing. I can live through it vicariously. Hey, look, if it's 3-0 and it's Bayverse, I'm buying it. If it's Unique Toys, I got the Peru Kill, I got the Prime. I didn't get the Megatron, and I'm tempted still. I heard yours is traveling to Hawaii right now, Greg.
No, mine will be here tomorrow.
No, it's not. That's not what I heard. I heard it's going to go to Oahu for a little while first.
What are you talking?
Huh?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Your shipping. It's being changed.
Who changed it?
Me.
Oh, well, then I have recorded proof of you saying that, and I will put you for tampering with the mail.
Good. But, the Unique Toys is really hard to resist because that stuff is so good. And I get that stuff. I get the Bayverse stuff from them. I don't mind it. I'm not judging you. I think it's cool that you're doing something different.
I don't care. That's me, right?
It's good to know. I couldn't hear you, so I'm good to know.
Stop talking if you hear me.
Couldn't hear that either. It's okay.
All right, that's enough. So moving on to the next one, root beer and green apple.
Yeah, who didn't see this one coming?
This?
Wait, oh boy.
This is clear Outback and Braun. Like, I'm sure Matt is all over these. They look just like Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers, yeah.
Yep. It's not like this is the type of thing that little kid's gonna put in their mouth, and you're gonna have the eat a Legends figure challenge, and then people are gonna die, and yeah. No.
That's what got Tyler F in trouble.
I believe it. I do believe that with Tyler F.
Me too.
If there's one thing I believe, it's Tyler F. put little plastic toys in his mouth and almost choked to death.
I meant kids.
I believe that too.
You guys are horrible. Tyler F's a good kid, man. Come on.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, these look like shit when they're in a clear crystal.
Oh, why you gotta hate on it?
They look like garbage in this cup. This does not work.
I think they're fine. I think if you're cultivating the whole clear New Age collection, then you kind of have to get these. Like, again, it's really not something that I'm going to be into. Like, you almost got me with the Ghost Starscream, but, like, there's, other than that, like, these are not things that I actively seek out. But I know Matt's all over these. Like, he's, clear Transformers for life, and that's cool. Like, to keep going down that and have, like, this whole collection of little clear things is pretty cool.
I could see Braun being a clear edition figure because he died.
Because he got smoked.
Mm-hmm.
He did get smoked. But why Outback? Like,
just because they're just doing everything.
He had his handy Decepticon detector. Check it out. Got my handy Decepticon detector. I fucking hated that episode. But I mean, there's no need for this.
Yeah, because
you know what though?
Australian. They should have done a super opaque version of him.
Frankly, I'll be surprised. I won't be surprised, I should say, if they do a version of the Ninja Turtle versions of these mold, and like all in green. It's going to be like mutagen turtles. There you go.
Boy!
I just gave them an idea, didn't I?
Yeah, you sure did. If that happens now, everyone can blame Justin Cernitis. So
they're going to all be slightly different colors of transparent green.
Send your hate mail over to T2RX6 at yahoo.com /touch.esg. And that is
the real money would have been doing a flaming Outback. The same plastic as Optimus Primal.
Mm-hmm.
And yellow and orange.
Why?
Because of Australia burning for a while. It's a thing in the news recently.
They should have just made him like a burnt vehicle mode. Just fried. And then be really insensitive to our Australian brothers and sisters. But yeah, speaking of offensive, no, this one isn't. Yeah, it could be, depending on your if you're an SJW or not. Generation Toys, Great White Ape. Oof. Yikes.
So this is their primal mold redone, right?
What?
I don't know. I'll let Robert speak first.
I'm not reading that. I am not reading that. But yeah, this is a all white repaint of the Generations Toys Gorilla. No, is that Gorilla?
I think so.
I thought Gorilla was the really big one.
I think you're just being racist.
I know. Whenever when I hear the name, I feel like the name itself is racist. But
no, I think the perfect effect is Beast Gorilla.
Okay. Because I remember this one is
called. No, this one is called Look at the Right Ape. That's the name.
Huh.
It's spelled like that phonetically.
It sounds like a really cheap grocery store.
Right
Ape. How can I help you today?
This is a Loundai Ape.
This is Wilo. No, but
Wyro.
Ryro Rip. Oh, I'm sorry. I promised myself I'd stop doing it because it's like really insensitive. I'm William Fong. If you're listening, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. He probably isn't.
This is going to transform into a clear version of Kim Jong Un.
Our great leader is back. Oh, weekend at Kim Jong Un. Oh, great. North Korea, only Korea.
Oh God.
I guess. So I guess we lost Greg.
We did?
Yeah.
He's mad at me.
Well, he's working, so let's not be
He is working.
self-centered, egotistical person you are, Robert, thinking the whole world revolves around you. That said, he did say "fuck you, Robert" and left. But I mean, I'm sure it has nothing to do with you.
So Bobby said, I am busy, but I do miss Justin. I'll reach out. So now we need to know, by next show, did Bobby reach out?
Really? They say that?
Yeah. I am busy, but I do miss Justin. I'll reach out. And then I sent a GIF. Is it GIF or GIF? I never remember.
It's GIF. You don't give someone a gift. It's GIF.
Is it GIF? Graphic, yeah, GIF. So I sent him
Graphic information. I forgot what it stood for. My brother put me in my place about that.
I sent a GIF.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about, but I don't remember which way you go.
I sent him an of course GIF, and then he gave me an angry emoji.
Oh, that's what you do.
That's what I do. So this is beautiful, but again, it's a good figure, but then, I have to ask myself, do I have a space for this in my collection because it's a one-off,
It's an Ultra Magnus version of Primal.
Yeah, I mean, what would be cool?
It's nice, but I'm not an Ultra Magnus fan.
Is his name actually White Ape? Is that what they're going with here?
Yeah, Great White Ape.
Huh. I feel like it's a missed opportunity to call it something more interesting.
Honkatron.
Like,
what would be really cool? What? Like what?
Ultra, I don't know. We got to put like Ultra something in there. There is no Ultra Beast Wars Ultra Magnus, so like this is your chance.
Ultra
Don't call him
Cro-Magnum.
White Ape.
Ultra Cro-Magnum. What would get me to buy this?
Ultra Primitive.
If they
I like that. I like that.
If it wasn't just a repaint, right? If they went the extra mile and made battle armor, and this was the core bot, and he went into like some type of, I guess, I don't know if you have blue and red ape, I don't know, but if it was like a battle armored up ape, and this was the core bot, and it was twice the cost, then I'd be really intrigued, because that really does hearken to the spirit of Ultra Magnus. It's not just the white bot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we could blame the douchebags at Dreamwave for that, because they're the ones that made it a white Optimus Prime with a blue mouth. And, I'm his brother, because siblings work that way. It's fucking
we look alike.
So we're looking at a thesaurus for the word ultra. We have drastic, excessive, extremist. I like extremist. Far out, fanatical, outlandish. Could be an outlandish primate. Extremist primate. I like that too. I think we could do that. I mean, come on. This is your chance. You can make your own character here. Hasbro can't say you're infringing on something that doesn't exist. So.
Wow. So we said what ultra primitive was the first one I threw out. So excessive
alpha primate.
Excessive alpha is what you could call this. So he just sits there and beats his chest. Ah, fuck you! Throw shit at you. Ah.
How about just ultra sibling?
Ultra, I like it. That's fine.
Better ultra sibling. We can just
I'm
write
better.
on that card. 2000.
I want him to come with a sound clip too that says "monkey not truck."
It's like brand new. Oh, what we call it? Ultra sibling.
Yeah, I like it. Ultra sibling.
Brand
is the
new
official
ultra
one.
sibling from Generation Toys with sound clips. Monkey, that truck. And new poof, like an arm action. Whoa! Display poo up to 60 feet in the air at 36 miles per hour. Careful, Mom. You'll lose an eye.
You have to get this, Oscar.
I can't, man.
You have to get this. You don't have the black one.
I don't, but I'm not an Ultra Magnus fan. This would do nothing for me.
It's beautiful.
Oscar,
I want the.
I want to ask you a question, and I want an honest answer. Did you get rid of that third-party Devastator I gave you at one point in time?
Knockoff?
Yeah.
You mean how it broke on me? Big dumb torpedo tapings?
That's what I'm hoping for. Like, you never finished the Big Dumb toy reviews on it,
Yeah,
did
because they broke.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, that was expected. I just was looking for Big Dumb toy reviews.
cheaply manufactured. Well, they were because they had loose joints everywhere. But
Oh,
I
they were
went against
terrible.
your number one rule of never use crazy glue to substitute for issues with ball joints.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did, and a lot of those
Yeah,
things
that
broke in
happens,
the
yeah.
recordings.
So the black version is called Beast Wars Gorilla King.
Okay. And this is just called Grape White Ape.
You can't find this guy on eBay. You got a Chinese. I don't count Chinese sellers. You got one Chinese seller for $113 plus $40 shipping for that for the original, and $126.99 plus $29.99 for the original from China. I would never buy from China. Don't buy from China. Don't. I mean, their credit's done.
I've been looking at listings on different toy sites. The Chosen Prime has one that caught my eye on. It's the Perfect Effect Gorilla, but the Nemesis version of him.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like because I want a big, bulky looking. This shit's 10 inches tall, man. It's bigger than MP10, so I want a big, mean looking Optimus Prime. And it's not going to be Nemesis Prime, but I mean.
Let me see. I don't know. I feel like you don't want to keep doing that with your collection because you're just going to have a lot of redheaded stepchildren. You're better off save the money. Don't give in to that urge because you want to get stuff. You want to have good stuff. But think about a year from now, what will your shelf look like? And you don't want to regret and be like, oh, wow, you know, like I've got all like, you know, what's the word? You know, you like you settled. You know what I mean? You don't want to feel like that after the fact.
No, I mean, I understand, but again, like there's the thing is about this fandom is that we all have an acquired taste, right? Like you and Greg said, Fans Toy Sheridan's meh. I've seen posts where people are like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Fans Toys, you outdone yourself. Oh my god. Oh, I'm beating it right now while I'm uploading these photos. Fucking Fans Toys.
No, but I mean, because they're looking at just as the figure itself out of the box. But if you think about it, if you've suffered through owning Spindrift, you get it. And you're like, oh my God, he's so heroic. Oh my God. But then you realize you have to be honest with yourself. And you're like, this isn't, what's his face? What's his name? It's not Beachcomber. What the fuck is Spindrift?
Fucking boat guy, though. Oh, talk like...
Sea Spray.
What's his name?
Sea Spray.
Yeah, it's not Sea Spray. And the same goes for Sheridan. And I feel like the only person, besides Greg, but he hates Fans Toys all the time, so it doesn't matter, that feels that way. But it's just too heroic. It's not him. And I can see myself getting rid of this. Because it doesn't evoke it. It's like, but it's a great figure. It's a great figure. It's like if I get something from Sentinel. They're great figures, but I have no connection to it. It's almost that bad.
Right. Well, the thing is like, for example, let's use Sheridan, the character of fucking, what the fuck's his name? God damn it. Warpath. So I have never been a fan of Warpath.
Yeah,
No, I'm not. I have never been a fan of the Blowy Zowie because I am Optimus Prime. Like it was fucking dumb. I never liked him in the show. I was hoping he'd be killed off in the movie as I got older, but no, alas, he wasn't. So I mean, when he came up for pre-order, I was like, meh, easy pass. But of course, everyone else is like, oh my god, look at that Warpath, that's so cool. Oh my god, I gotta get it.
Wanted to own.
That's my grail. This is my grail. It's like the worthy Captain America figure all over again. When I was like, oh, this is my grail, bros. I got it. My Steve Rogers Captain America worthy cap. Oh, it's fucking dumb. You know? So it's like someone could sit there and be like, oh, hey, I'll trade you 3 Sheridans for your fucking Fans Project Dia-Atlas. I'll be like, easy pass. No, thank you. I'd rather get hit in traffic, so it's not for me, but I look at things and I have to have a certain feeling about them. You understand, Robert?
Yes.
Like
Hold
something
on.
has to have like we talked about last week, the masterpiece movie Optimus Prime. That looked good to me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? or how like I'm looking at the Perfect Effect Gorilla or Nemesis Gorilla, whatever. That looks like I'd have fun messing with it.
Well, ow! Just dropped my phone on my ringtone. God damn it. Yes, you would have fun messing with it. But the point is, though, like, ultimately, I would just say, I mean, maybe you don't mind. I just, from my own experience, like, a year from now, I would mind if I just kept getting the repainted versions of the characters that I wanted. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all. But, I mean, if you're cool with it, get it. If you can get, how much is it?
It's like $179.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good fit. It's like purple and black? What were the colors?
I have to look it up real quick.
It's not bad. I love. Listen, my Perfect Effect Optimal Optimus. It's one of my favorite figures. I love it. What's the matter? Is the original like out of stock everywhere or something?
No, I have no connection to that version of Optimus Prime.
So what do you want? What? But
I just like the Nemesis Prime version, the color scheme of them. I think it's better.
Then that's for you. Then that's for you.
There it is. Yeah. So it's Perfect Effect DX06 B Nemesis Gorilla, and I think it looks great. I love the color scheme. It's a black red with white color scheme. It looks like a fucking juiced up Optimus Primal on fucking steroids.
Yeah. I sent you a pic. It's a beautiful mold. And the Nemesis version is beautiful. So if you have no need to get the original, then you're good. You know, you're not settling.
Yeah. It's what I want. I think it's gorgeous. So I'm saving up for this bit. You know, I am going to be posting some shit for sale later, some Marvel Legends and stuff to help boost me up there to get it. But I like it. Good. I think it's freaking awesome.
It's like maroon. Or what color is it?
It's like a black. The face, you know, the face is traditional Optimus Prime colors. Of course, this is not going to let me zoom in anymore. But the face is traditional Optimus Prime colors. It's got a red with black color scheme, silver highlights as well. It looks good. And even like all three of his ult modes, his gorilla mode looks really scary. What is that? A motorcycle mode?
No,
you know?
It's
tank mode.
Yeah,
looks like
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, then he has that.
What does it look to you like to you? It's like an ink blot test.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
I think it's two pigs fucking in the middle of a highway. No, it looks like a tank to me. Like I want to be, you know, whatever.
Like a motorcycle on steroids. But it's not a motorcycle. It's like a tricycle. A gigantic, overpowered tricycle. But who's going to have that in that mode? Just like Megatron. No one's going to ever put Megatron in wheelie around dragon car mode. You know, it's just silly. It's just silly.
All right, well, moving on to the other one. We have Devil Saviour Smash.
So this is long haul, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Looks good. I feel like every time Devil Saviour stuff comes up, it's exactly the same thing I say. It looks good. It's not for me. I really like the detail. Yeah. I can see, at least this time I can see, one of my complaints last time was the dirt, like, didn't feel like it was strong enough, and, like, I can see it in the tires this time, but I still feel like the truck itself, not dirty.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when, like, I mean, I don't know how any of you can relate because I don't know. But when you have a kid and they step in dog shit and their whole shoe looks nice and clean, but only the tread is dirty, like it's the same thing. This looks like long haul rolled in dog shit, but the rest of the truck's completely clean.
Then you're like, let me show you how to use a toothbrush to clean out these treads.
I'd like to know how they got away with that Caterpillar logo.
Because they don't care. It's in China.
Does it? It looks to me like it says GAT. I mean, it's pretty close. The font might be different, which might, give you a little free and clear on that. But, yeah, it's definitely close. That's for sure.
I mean, the fact is, it's probably made in a factory that fakes eggs with, like, silicone and sells them by the dozen to people. Do you think they give a fuck if it says cat?
Uh-huh.
I don't think they do.
No, I don't. But go ahead, Oscar.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's hyper detailed. It looks like it's very pulsable, but like Justin, it's not for me. I'm not looking for. I got out of that movie Devastator game real quick with the bullshit Hasbro was pulling with Devastator, and this is obviously a higher price mark, but it's for fans of that character. I will say for leg mode, I never said this about any combiner before. That's one solid fucking leg mode.
But that's the issue. Is it's my understanding from Greg and Matthew that the actual build is weak, which sucks. This
and
thing
why are
needs
they buying him?
I don't know, but I think at this point you're kind of two in. Two have come out so far, right? Or three?
Matt's not on the show, right? He's not on here right now.
No.
Matt buys everything all the time.
He buys everything.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm buying all this stuff. Like Matt bought like shampoo bottle transformers, so like his argument on things is somewhat invalid at times because you're like, God damn, Matt, why'd you buy that? And he's like, well, I had to get it. Then you're like the Ghostbuster Prime. He's like, it's a Legends Prime. I'm like, but it's not like Ghostbusters and it doesn't look like anything. And he's like, but it's Legends. I'm like, that's literally the worst.
That doesn't mean anything.
Possible.
You're just saying a noun.
Yeah.
But
So.
I hear, and it's really unfortunate because I would think that this needs to be built very solidly, considering how many bots go into this very large, bulky combiner. I mean, can you imagine how fiddly it's going to be? I mean, once it's combined, if your figures have survived transforming into combined mode,
into transforming transformations.
I mean, if they've survived the transformation, let's say you've done it once into each mode, and then you leave them in combined mode, and then you combine it all. I can't imagine this isn't going to be just as fiddly as, or not worse than, like Warbatron, scaled combiners from years ago. I mean, stuff is going to be breaking. That thing is so bulky and massive. I mean, why would you go to such lengths to make something so visibly appealing and true, like, to the movie, and just appear so well and then not build it right?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the problem behind that, though, is like, like sometimes they're like, well, we can put all this money into it and we can make this amazing looking thing, but like we're not going to have the budget for the figure. And then there's that whole mentality, like, cause like there's a ton of people who have this mentality is like, well, I'm never going to transform this. I'm just going to get it in whatever it needs to, and it's never going to change. Like how many times have you heard even like Bobby says that on a review, like, after a Transformers back and never touching it again, like. So they're like, so we don't have to do the whole amazing transformation. We just have to do a good enough one that'll work. And once it's in leg and it's quote unquote solid, people are putting this in Devastator mode and never looking back. And there's going to be that whole subset of people who are like, yeah, but like it's shit. And they're going to be like, yeah, but I don't care. I'm putting it in Devastator mode and it looks amazing on the shelf. Who cares?
Figures that are built that poorly, though, you put them on your shelf, and then 6 to 12 months later, there's a random Facebook post of, oh my God, I went into my office, my display room, and I found this, and it's in 1,000 pieces on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's
the good old
pretty much what happened
out.
with my eye gear stuff. So
see,
yeah, oh yeah, I'm aware of it. But I mean, if you so I don't know how they're going to do this. I would hope they're smart and do like solid legs on this guy so he has no trouble standing. And like if you put,
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, like I was just gonna say, like, if the joints on the legs and stuff of the individual figures aren't great, as long as your actual combiner is, then you're fine. Like, no harm, no foul.
Yeah,
so.
The joints better be there, but the what's the word? The balance, right? The equilibrium of it has to be there. The design of that has to be there. The leverage, So even if perhaps it's panel-y and little fragile bits, you obviously won't be able to pick this thing up in combine mode because you'll probably just break things. It's apparently how fragile it is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, their main allure for this is, it's Revenge of the Fallen, Constructicons, and they merged to form their Revenge of the Fallen version of Devastator. So one would hope that maybe, because I'm not sure where people are getting the idea saying, oh, this is going to be a real flimsy connection and stuff. Like, there's only 3 pieces out.
No,
so I don't.
It's just the figures themselves are apparently built flimsily. That's the problem.
Maybe their strong suit is being combined. I have the Power of the Primes Predaking. Not, it's apples to oranges comparison, obviously. But, on their own in bot mode, they look absolutely fucking horrid. But as Predaking, that looks good. It's no Feral Rex, but it looks good.
But isn't it frustrating to have something this detailed and this, aesthetically pleasing for what it is, to know that it's this one, the last 2 were so fragile they were breaking on people who already knew about the issues. And we're not talking about the fans, toys apologists. We know these fucking liars. They're like, oh, I just took it out of the box. I bent the knee and it broke. You know you broke it transforming it because you forgot to unlock the knee, you fucking liar. All of you are liars.
What were their excuses for when all those jabbers were going out with, unassembled legs?
Well, I actually have a jabber. I got 2. I got 2 jabbers, and one of them came out of the box with the styrofoam melted into the paint, and the shoulders were super fling, 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 loose. It's whoa. Was this QC33? But but the materials were still hard, real firm. This, I don't know why. You spend this much money on the design and the paint. If you're going to have one or the other, you have to go with structure first. You can't have the structure of your figure suffer because you want to put the money towards paint. It's just fuck.
This is giving me flashback. We talked a lot about this young man tonight. Talking to Mr. Bobby Skullface, where I just, out of the blue, Bobby Skullface, a popular Transformers reviewer.
Oh, he's a shill. He's a shill from Moss.
Oh, whoa.
Yep, Moss Toys shill.
Wow. That was, I kind of don't want to continue now, because that was kind of a little inappropriate. What if he listens to this episode?
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't. No, but I was talking to him. I was cleaning some of my collection. I was cleaning my Sunstorm and Masterpiece Sunstorm that we got at TFCon Charlotte. Robert, if you remember that.
Yeah.
I had the wedding combiner. Now, Robert knows what the wedding combiner is. It's the Justin.
TFC
know
Defensor.
Yeah, it's the TFC Defensor. So I'm taking them up. I take them apart. I transform the robots to robot form. I dust them off, or vehicle mode, dust them off. That's how I could get every inch of them clean. I put them together, and I messaged Bobby about something, and then I took a photo, and I go, you know what? This thing hasn't fucking aged worth of shit. I literally have zip ties holding his waist.
Yep.
Really?
From toppling over, because those foot pads are such garbage. And it sucks. I remember being so excited. I'm like, oh, my second third-party combiner. Goobity-boo. Right? So, sorry, because I did the Fans Project Stunticons. And then Feral Rex. And then, so they were my third.
So you're like, honey, my wedding combiner is shit. It's falling apart. And she's like, I want a divorce.
Marriage.
And she's like, I want a divorce. And you're like, no wonder.
It was a side. God damn it. God fucking, I should not have released that virus here in America.
Oh man. So listen, does the dog respond to your cues? Could you tell it to go crazy in the house, doing parkour?
Yeah, why?
You should. You should be like, listen, woman, stop telling me to do the dishes. I swear to fucking God, I'll get this dog jumping over everything right now. Skippy, hop, hop, hop.
What I have trained her to do is this trick called She Shoots, She Scores, where she hits a buzzer that we have from a drawing game we got for Christmas, because my sister's cheap.
Drawing game. It's a pencil and a piece of loose leaf paper.
Basically, and it's a bunch of cards. It's draw a closet. It's really? Start the hourglass. I look at my wife I don't even need this much time. You notice? She's like, just play it, babe. Your sister bought it for us. I'm like, It's like, well, it's not my fault. She's a fucking cheapo. But no, I'm kidding. But yeah, like I tell her, she shoots, she scores. If she hits the buzzer, she knows she gets a treat. Now I'm teaching the cats to do that.
No, they're not. They know what they're doing.
I am trying to train the kitten Zelda to do it. Excuse me, Jesus Christ.
That's awesome. If I were you, I would definitely do the experiment with the aluminum foil on your shelves and counters with the cats. Have you
thinking about it? I got the first weekend off coming up this weekend.
What is this
in like
experiment?
6 weeks.
You just put aluminum foil on surfaces, and cats hate the feeling of it. If they jump up on a countertop, they will freak out and fly off of it.
Also, if you put like because I found a bunch of loose change while cleaning out the closet, so I had like I got like $30 in loose change. It's great. If they walk over loose change on a carpet, they freak the fuck out also for some reason. Like they both did, and I was just like, how can I use this for war? But
let's see. Look at this photo here. Which number is it? Which number is it? Well, he's talking about war. Look at DS04/8. So it's photo 8. You see it?
DS04. Yes, the foot. What about
it? You see that crocodile mouth? Crocodile face for a foot?
I can't unsee it, that's for sure.
It's like a surprised crocodile, like, I can't believe I'm this fucking piece of shit's foot. So what's that hole in his, like, the crook of his heel? Or his ankle?
Don't know, man. That's got to be connecting to something.
Does that shoot missiles? That would be cool.
Probably, but probably not.
Of course.
But you know what we ought to do is talk about, what this thing lacks, this next subject has in excess. Ooh, that's a good segue. DNA accessories. Those you weren't familiar with the company DNA, they were known for making the amazing Combiner Wars, Titan class Devastator hands, as well as your Fortress Maximus and your Metroplex. They're more known for. Have they ever done any figures, Justin?
I feel like they have, but I don't remember what figures they've actually done. So
I think I'm confusing them with X2 because they did the twins. Remember?
Yeah, X2 definitely did the twins. Those suck.
But they were more known
Those
for
things.
they were more known for the Boosticus add-on set for Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. Basically they're saying this is a nice set of extra parts and weapons for 3 different Studio Series figures. The first set is for Sentinel Prime. It comes with shields, swords, and a rust cannon. Studio Series 49 Bumblebee, that's the 07 Camaro. He comes with rocket launchers and extra parts for the inner thighs. And then Studio Series 08 Blackout, articulated hands, a pair of extra machine guns, chest blaster, and an extra rotor.
Yeah, I like the little rotor accessory, and I like that it does have a place to go in his vehicle mode, just like peg it on underneath. So you can hide it, but you can give him that cool, like hand blade type thing. I like that.
I love the hands. I still have that blackout. I remember what an idiot I was. Fucking rushing to Target to see if I could find a blackout. Tyler F took care of me. He picked one up for me.
I'm sure he did.
But yeah, not interested in the Sentinel Prime figure. Not crazy about it. And that Bumblebee figure, it's the 07 Camaro, the first Camaro concept design that he transformed into, and he looks silly.
So silly.
So yeah, it's extra leg pieces there to fill in the hollows. I hope they do something for Double Dealer because that thing looks like shit. But
I respect this. I mean, DNA, they've been around for a long time doing these add-on kits, and that's like real hardcore third-party stuff. Add-on kits.
Right. I mean, of course, I know. They're like Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu's been doing add-on kits for years now. Mostly weapons and shit like that.
Yeah.
Then there was a while where he was going to make his own Mixmaster for Combiner Wars Devastator, but he hadn't. I guess nothing came of that. But the Rust Cannon, no, it looks fine.
Which figure is that? The Rust Cannon?
That's Sentinel Prime. He's the Japanese fire truck.
The Rust Cannon? Where do you get that?
Yeah, he's like your airport type fire truck.
Yeah. The Rust Cannon, he used it to kill Ironhide, and then the Rust Cannon was like an homage to the episode of the Rust virus that they were all catching, remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he has this stuff, I guess.
Yeah, remember when they did like that's how they did Ironhide Dirty? He comes out and he just gets like he sees Sentinel Prime and then Sentinel Prime's like and he just like does that like weird fade away thing and like way to go murdering Ironhide.
And then he gets his ass kicked.
And then I don't think anybody ever said anything about it. Did any of the Autobots be like, "Oh, Ironhide, your sacrifice"? Nope. You're just like, another expendable soldier in the war.
Shia LaBeouf was the other one going, no.
Dogface, no.
Ironhide. And Ironhide's like, I don't know what to do, Daniel. Spike. Sam.
Whatever your
Sam,
name
your
is.
name's Sam. I'm not sure if I'm really Australian or I'm British, so I'm just gonna do. Shit, bitch, change more accents in a secret agent.
I don't feel so good.
Mr. Whitwicky, I don't feel so good, mate. How about a little?
Sentinel Thanos.
Sentinel
if he had a gun that powerful, how could he get his ass beat so much? Just enslaved, essentially.
I don't know, man, but all I know is that he came to be, and Megatron's like, yo, we got that dildo, right? And Sentinel's like, yeah, I got that dildo. We gon' not dildo, but dildo. And we gonna enslave humans.
Still, right?
And we gonna make them our slave and shit. And Megatron's like, word, that's tight. What if Optimus comes? He's like, nah, son, he a bitch. He dead and shit. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I killed Ironhide. He's all broken up about it. And Megatron's all like, yeah, that's fucked up. You shot him in the back and shit. And Sentinel Primes are like, I don't give a fuck. You shot him in the back in the last movie. He's like, yeah, word. That's how it went. And that, my friends, is Dark of the Moon in a nutshell.
Yeah. I think you should do that for all the movies. Even the 86 movie.
Just dumb it down to
in
like
a nutshell.
5-minute review?
Yes.
Just take the clips.
In a big dumb nutshell.
I'm gonna do the 86 and was it 87 or 86 animated film?
Yes.
What year did it come out? We'll do this right now. You ready?
86, I believe. Might have been 87. I don't know.
Exclusive. I'm going to review the 1986 animated feature film Transformers the movie.
86.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yes. Ready? Go.
So like this planet's sitting there, they're all like chilling and shit. This big ass planet is like coming up on it with like big old pincers, like, yo, I'm about to eat you motherfuckers. And the planet's like, nah, so chill. I got a science experiment and shit. The planet's like, nah, motherfucker, I don't give a shit. He eats the planets, right? And then this wheel comes up and then this like shitty 80s hair metal band's like, hey, let's fuck up this legendary intro with like shitty glamour rock music. They did the music, and then it cuts to Cybertron, and they're like, Ironhide's all like, man, I hate black people, and then Optimus Prime's all like, man, that's fucked up. Ironhide's like, oh, you're right, because every time I look at my monitors, my circuits sizzle. And then then he's like, oh, we got to go to Earth and shit, and Ironhide's like, all right, bet, let's do this. So then he transforms, Laserbeak leaves, shows up, Megatron's like, yo, what it is? And then he makes Soundwave like, yo, turn into that gay, stupid fucking Walkman. He transforms to a Walkman, he plays it, and they're like, yo, let's jump the Autobot ship. They jump the ship. First, Brawn's like, yo, I'm on the juice. And then Megatron transforms and kills Brawn. And then, Prowl's like, hey, check me out, guys. I could take all the bullets. And he gets shot up and shit. And then Ratchet gets shot up and shit. So they're like, yo, we're going to use the base, slip through their defenses. And I think Megatron calls Starscream a retard. I don't know. And, Ironhide's like, no! And then the most brutal kill in robot history ever happens. He gets a fusion cannon blast to the face.
To the face.
They make it to planet Earth. So then,
You can see his face.
Oh, imagine that. It's probably like part skull and shit. But no. Hold on, you're throwing me off course. So we cut the Earth, and there's Hot Rod with Daniel. That's Spike's kid because him and Carly finally got married and, did a horizontal mambo. He forgot to pull out, so she's all like, yo, I got your kid. He's like, shit, I don't want to pay child support. I'll marry you. So they got married and shit, so they have a kid named Daniel. He's with Hot Rod.
Daniel,
and they're like, oh, the shuttle's landing.
Style.
So Daniel goes inside Hot Rod. That came out wrong. Thinking about it, I knew it was going to happen. Whatever. He jumps inside. They're driving to Lookout Mountain. I'm pretty sure people have gone there to fuck, just like Hot Rod and Daniel. they look at there's a hole in the shuttle. So Hot Rod's all like, man, I bet there's innocent people on there. Better open fire. So he opens
Spray
fire.
this hole with useless colored lights.
Yeah, pew, pew, pew. And then Megatron's like, fuck you, Autobots. Fucking die and shit. So they're shooting, right? Big thing. And then Stan Bush's song, Dare, starts playing, right? And it's like, oh, shit. So, they're about to get
like,
shot.
you hear this song playing? I do, fam.
So, Cup's all like, my bad. Blitzwing's all like, yo, fuck you, Autobot. And, Hot Rod's like, yo, Daniel, I always wanted to tell you, I took $20 from your mama's purse and she thinks you did it. So before they die, though, Cup's all like, yo, little bitch, let's jet, little yeet, So they yeeted over to the base. I'm using that term wrong, but I'm going to roll with it. And then they're like, hey, the Insecticons are blocking our way.
Didn't Cup grab the turret and shoot someone else with it, though?
Oh, he shot an Insecticon, one of 30 over there. So he's like, yo, pop, clack, 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 brrr, rocket launcher, sweep, boom. So he jumps off there. They go back to the base. And then, Hot Rod's like, yo, the Insecticons are blocking our way. No, Cup says the Insecticons are blocking our way. Hot Rod's like, nah, pimp. They're our way in. And then, boom, they cut through it. They get into Metroplex. And RC's like, man, look at all these dead-ass motherfuckers here. Like, shit. Like, I know I owed Windcharger money, but he dead. He ain't paying me back. And then, oh, look, it's Springer. No one gives a shit about Springer in this film. He's whack. So
let's push this giant cannon that's not on wheels. Let's scrape it across the metal floor.
We won't be able to move this 300-ton cannon into its target appropriately unless the 90-pound boy helps us push it. And then we'll get into position. And then, big dramatic moment. Cup's like, oh, no. Then you hear Megatron's all like, yo, Constructicons, let's do this shit. So he's like, merge for the kill. And then they merge and they transform into Devastator. Cup tries to make it sound like Devastator's got this big-ass scary legend by going, Devastator. Except he sounds a lot like that guy that runs that deli down by your house, Robert. And
they're still trying to transform Metroplex.
Yeah, they're trying to transform Metroplex. And then, Starscream's like,
shit, we should have given this robot a button.
Yeah, just one button. Nah, we got to hit 30 switches, fam. This ain't no joke. So then, shit happens. All the chips are now, but hold on. There's another ship coming in. Oh, shit. It's Optimus Prime and, 3 Dinobots. And they're like, and Optimus Prime, because, he never kills, tells the Dinobots, destroy Devastator. So they're like, oh, Nick Ribbler, fucking stupid. Okay. And, of course, they get their asses whooped by Devastator. And then, Optimus Prime says the words that everyone fucking quotes on Facebook. Megatron must be stopped no matter the cost. They transform. They have a big fight. Oh, my God. Looks like the chips are down. Uh-oh. Looks like Optimus Prime's winning. Here comes Hot Rod. Not so fast. Megatron, quick, kill Optimus Prime. And Megatron's like, all right. So, he pops 2 chops into him. Kills Optimus Prime. Fast forward, we're on the planet of junk because Autobot City was attacked by fucking Galvatrons. He was transformed by Megatron 2 seconds earlier. And then, they kill Starscream fucking finally, right? It only took him 4 years to ace that bitch.
Who
so then,
interrupts my coronation?
Bad comedy. We all know that fucking line. I don't need to say special lines.
How
so
come
whatever.
none of the fucking third-party Constructicons came with trumpets? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, no, that's right. Justin, why is that?
I have no clue.
Anyway, move along.
Okay, so they kill Starscream. They're like, oh, we got to find them. And then Unicron's like, yo, they're on the planet of junk. They go to the planet of junk, and they're his Ultra Magnus Springer. And it's, fucking Daniel. And, well, not fucking Daniel, but, the little guy Daniel that came out wrong. Yeah, so, they're there. They're all like, oh, man, what are we going to do? And then they're being attacked by Junkions. And then suddenly they're being attacked by Galvatron and Cyclonus. There are a lot of people getting shot. So then, they're sitting there and they're all like, oh, fuck you, Ultra Magnus. And then, he shoots him once in the cannon mode. And he blows him up. So he takes the Matrix. They leave. Then, Rodimus and Cup are on this other planet underwater being eaten by a hentai octopus. They get free.
Daniel's there too, getting fucked by it.
Huh?
Daniel was there too underwater getting fucked by the octopus.
Oh, no, he was on the planet Junkion. I know my movies. I'm really good at this. So, they get arrested by the Quintessons, and that's where they transform for the first time into shitty holding cells for crappy minicons. But they cut that shit out. That's why they have an alt mode, not lazy design or anything. So, they're like, hey, you're guilty. And Rodimus is like, yo, eat a dick. And they're like, all right, you innocent. He's like, all right, bet. We go bounce. Nope. Got jumped into a shark. They're getting spun around. They turn a whirlpool. They start killing the Sharkticons. And then, boom, out of nowhere, the Dinobots show up. They got Wheelie. Everybody hates Wheelie. No one likes fucking Wheelie. You know, we were taking bets how long before Grimlock just ate Wheelie. But he doesn't, whatever. So they defeat the Quintessons. They get on the ship. They launch over. They get to the planet Junkion. They find Ultraman. Oh, he's dead. But the Quintessons are like, oh, hey, we talk like really stupid and shit. Help your friend. So they build them up back together. And he's all better. Then Rodimus is like, yo, the Matrix. Like, I could have helped you get killed and shit. And then, like, you know, Ultraman's like, nah, bro, I had this. I got fucked up. So then they find out.
Hey, Oscar, do you think Hot Rod was the chosen one because he was chosen or because he touched the Matrix first?
He was chosen.
Okay.
Fuck.
It's because he
you know,
touched
I know
So
the guy who made that statement in the cafe, and that guy keeps young teenage girls tied up in his basement watching tentacle porn.
That was the second time that Hot Rod was a douche. But go on, keep going.
Yeah. So they end up finding out that whole this big deal about Unicron. He's on his way to Cybertron, and he transforms for the first time. Starts attacking Cybertron. All the Autobots show up, and then Unicron
Grimlock up his ass.
Cybertron. Yeah, Grimlock fucks his ass up, like sending it on fire. Sludge
I
is wet.
pretend you, Daniel.
Yeah. Oh, me Grimlock, stupid and fucking stupid. And then, like, they get in, then we go inside Unicron, not sexually through his mouth, Well, I guess that's sexually too. Fuck it. So, but they go through his eye, So, like, they all get separated. Then you get that big fight between, like, Hot Rod and, like, Galvatron, right? And, and then he's like, oh, you die. You Autobots die so easily. I might take some better, whatever. Another stupid quote everyone fucking says halfway to death. And he kills Hot Rod. No, my bad. I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. No, Hot Rod's like, oh, fuck this. Grabs the Matrix, and then you hear, all right.
No, he grabs.
No, he snatches the Matrix.
He grabs Ironhide's face again. Comes on screen. He blows him in the fucking face again.
So they come together, and he becomes Rodimus Prime. He throws Galvatron out of Unicron. He's like, yo, bye, Felicia. Okay, then, right? So he throws him out.
I could have sworn I heard him say, yeet.
And then he opens up the matrix of leadership, and he goes, now, light our darkest hour, right? And then when he does that, that's when he goes, yeet, and he's opening it. Unicron explodes, happily ever after, a new golden age. Judd Nelson still voicing Rodimus Prime in this movie, but not for the series. You get some loser guy who sounds really depressed because he's doing that role. And that's it.
And then season 3 comes, and it sucked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So how'd I do, Justin?
It was great.
Victory.
It was great. On to the first movie, 2007. Let's go.
How long was it? Oh, okay. All right, so, like...
we'll save it for next week.
We'll do... Ooh, this is going to be rough. I may have to watch it again. I could probably buy it off fucking Redbox for $2.
Next week, you have to do the first Michael Bay movie.
I'll do that. That's fine. Let's see what the fans think. Does Oscar need to do another... We'll call it Homeboy Reviews, Transformer movies. Where is my Google? There we go. All right, so, hey, we have no official news except... All right, with my epic quick review of Transformers, the animated movie, we're going to take care of some listener questions. We got one from MP Collector. Yay! Dear SCU crew.
Oh, he's back.
He's back, yes.
Wait a minute. He just came in with a question?
He was here last week, too. He said sorry. He had things going on, and he didn't mean to.
We all do it. We love him for it.
Mm-hmm. It's fair. I have no complaints.
I'm going to give him a little flick in the nutsack next time I see him at TFCon.
Well, that may be fair. He may deserve that.
Tongue. Mm-hmm. With your tongue.
Ew. Oscar!
Yeah, the raging homosexual Robert Giuliani, attorney at law.
Giuliani.
I'm going to fuck your husband.
Oscar's Oscar was my first power bottom. So, dear SCU crew, what is one skill or ability that you wish you had? I'm not looking for your dream superpower, but more like what common life skill, talent, or compatibility are you lacking that you wish you weren't? I was just thinking about how I wish I could draw a picture that was at least somewhat comprehensible. What about you guys? Ooh, that's a good question. Son of a bitch. Has nothing to do with toys. Good job, MP Collector. Number one is CU Fanboy. Justin.
Hold on, I gotta reread this again. I was not paying attention for a brief second.
Oh.
What do you hate about yourself?
What do I hate about myself?
That you want to fix and make better. Life skill.
Well,
Life
let's quote Nip Tuck here. Justin, what don't you like about yourself?
I don't know. I like a lot about myself anymore. Back in, like, if you asked me this like years ago, I'd probably say my voice, but at this point, like, I don't really give a shit about it anymore. So it's fine.
But it's talking about life skill, talent, or capability. More
I wouldn't mind being able to draw. Be more artistic. Like, that is definitely something I'm lacking. I see people who can draw these amazing pictures. I'm like, I wish I could do that, but I can't do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No, not you, Oscar.
Oh, he means Bobby. Son of a bitch.
No, like, I can, like, my drawing skills are, like, limited strictly to, like, geometric type things. Like, I can't draw things that are not geometric. So
no Porsches? You can't draw a Porsche?
No, can't do it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to see you draw a Porsche.
Let me tell you something. For someone who draws, I hate drawing cars more than anything. And it's ironic because I'm a Transformer fan.
Especially Porsches.
Porsches suck. Corvettes were hard. Like when I drew that photo of like fucking tracks years ago with like zombie Raoul.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like that took 20 tries. So I just said, fuck it. Whipped out my MP tracks, transformed them, took a photo, traced over it, continually traced over it with different color ink lines to like develop the muscle memory, knocked it out. And now, because I haven't done it in years, I probably would have to do that all over again.
Do it.
But yeah. So that you wish you could draw, Justin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I wish I had more artistic capabilities. So.
Yeah. A lot of people wish that. I'm a firm believer when I hear someone say, I can't even draw a stick man. I like to sit there and go, can you draw the letters O and L? They're like, yeah, then you can draw a stick man.
Mm-hmm. I can draw a stick man. I'm not going to say I can't draw a stick man because that's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But I guess that's the type of person who's like, I can't boil water. And like, worst case scenario, you put it in the microwave and you hit drink. So there's one button. If you can't put it in the microwave and hit one button, I don't know. So.
All right, Robert, what about you?
I would say the root of it all is I wish I was a little more of a go-getting, motivated person.
Mm-hmm.
If you give me the option of if it doesn't matter and I could fucking sit back and chill the fuck out or find something to do, I will sit back and chill the fuck out. And, I feel like many things in my life would be different if I was more aggressive and more self-motivated. That's what I think. And all things, it affects everything. My job, my home, my lack of versatility with computer software, everything. It affects everything.
Penis size.
My penis size, my health, everything.
I heard that evil whisper.
If nobody's watching, more often than not, I would prefer to just do nothing, and that's not good.
I hear you. I think for me...
What about you, Oscar?
I would like to have better temperament.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've mellowed out.
I heard you punched a dog recently. Jesus.
No,
a pug at that.
I said, jump through the hoop. Blam!
He's like, fuck pugs.
I was like, hey, Gator, come here. Would you like some Hawaiian punch? And I put on a Hawaiian shirt and just knocked him the fuck out. No, roll tide. I honestly wish I had better temperament, especially when it came to personal projects I undertake. For example, sometimes I get so caught up with doing adult stuff, like around the house and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not porn, maybe porn.
You're gay.
No. Well, like, it's like like, for example, this coming weekend I have off for the first time in like 6 weeks. So it's my first official 2 days off. I get 2 days to rest. And instead of me like, I'm going to sleep in Saturday, I'm not going to do shit first thing Saturday morning. Instead, I'm like, well, I could wake up at 4:30 again and work on Whirl, and then I could work on another drawing because I don't know. There's times where I have to draw. That's why, like, you know, shout out to the guys at Stasis Lock. I've been drawing a shit ton of Beast Wars characters, just because it's like I have this urge to draw something and then it doesn't work, and then I just look at like some Beast Wars, Beast Wars buy sell trade group posts, and I'm like, oh, I could draw him. Oh, I could draw him, and and it's like I need to let the shit out. Sometimes it takes priority, and then I sit there and I'm like, oh, I drew like 5 pieces of art this month, and it's like, but Whirl's not done. So then I get pissed and I get pissed off because I got to go to work. Then I got to come home. I got to freaking clean the house a little bit before I even think about sitting down and doing any cartoon work. And it's like, then I got to edit voice acting lines, which, someone did sit there and post when Robert made the post on the Facebook page for questions for the show. Were there any other voice actors doing the show Ask Whirl? To quickly answer that question, yes and no. I like getting as much people to guess as I can, but it is a bitch to edit the lines they deliver. And to make sure it's all delivered properly, because I can't control what kind of microphones people use. I can't control what how productive they're going to be with their lines. They can send it to me in a day. They can send it to me in a week when I needed it 2 days ago. So it's a pain in the ass to do that. And again, that adds to the temperament. It gets me a little upset. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I had better temperament. I was able to sit back a little and just take a break and breathe and then focus accordingly.
I wish I could just draw hands.
Wish I could draw
hands.
stick figures.
Fucking. Could you draw an O and a lowercase L and an L, Justin?
I cannot.
That you could. What, you a letterman?
Yes.
Patrick.
I wish Tyler F. would visit me in Ocala.
Yeah, he could come visit. I'll put that boy up. I got no problem with it. He's a good kid.
Ding dong.
He's already at your door, Oscar.
He knows that. Tyler F., if you are listening, I doubt he is because he no longer is into Transformers. You're welcome in my house.
You know what? I have an experiment I want to conduct. Who here thinks Matt Baldwin listens to our show?
I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Matt, if you listen to our show, I want you to put Pineapple Surprise in the YouTube chat or the YouTube comment box, and we'll know you're listening. Listeners,
He's not.
do not give this away, or I will hunt you down. I'll cut you.
Dakota's going to be like, you better listen to the show.
Those guys, Dakota. Good old Dakota. Mr. Super Bakon.
I think Dakota has like 7 pairs of jean shorts that go past his calves.
I do too.
Jorts.
Yes. Jorts. Dakota likes jorts and high tops and like Megadeth t-shirts.
I like the shorts that go so far. I'm like, why aren't you just wearing pants? Doesn't make sense.
My calves get hot.
There's this 1-inch thing from my shoe to my ankle. It needs to be cooled optimally.
In order for me to maintain proper blood circulation, I have to have exactly 1.5 inches between top of sneaker and ankle. If not, I overheat and just shit myself. Speaking of shitting yourself, we have another listener from Mr. Chi JP. Is there a particular Transformers era / line which you consider yourself a completionist for? Semi-coherently yours, TJP. I will answer this quickly. No, and it's simple. I answered this when I was on Matthew Baldwin's 30 Minutes with show. Man, I cannot really. I don't know. Like right now, like on my desk, I got Siege, I got Iron Factory, I got Beast Wars, Masterpiece Beast Wars. I have a Titans Return figure up here because I was like, it's Galvatron because last week we talked about the Megatron, Super Megatron figure. And yes, Justin, that is a pure redeco of Megatron, retool of Galvatron, sorry. So no, I do not consider myself a completionist or anything. I can never be a completionist. There was a while where I was like all MMC, like balls in. Everything they made, bought it, mine. Because I just love that company. They have, their customer service is what won me over. But I don't have anything. I mean, Robert, you were a completionist for Iron Factory for a while, right?
Yep, and not anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I think the only line I'm a completionist for would be Beast Wars, ironically, and it's because they didn't have that many figures. So only the stuff on the show, you know, I would want to get them all because I loved all of them because there weren't that many. But certainly not. I mean, you can say am I a completionist for the seasons or a toy line, right? I'm not even a Fans Toys completionist. I'm not, because I don't give a fuck about Spindrift, and I honestly don't give a fuck about the Sheridan, so I don't need to have them all, you know. But if you know, I would be a G1 completionist if Fans Toys put all the figures out. But if Takara at this point puts a figure out that hasn't come out yet, unless it's like a Seeker Mold 2.0, well 3.0 at this point, right? You know, I passed on Hound. You know, so no. I think the only place I'd be a completionist with would be official MP Beast Wars. You know.
I hear you on that. I mean, I like I said, I picked up the Shadow Panther and Cheetor. I like them.
I don't even have the Shadow Panther, so does that make me a non-completionist? Interesting.
I don't know. Like I want the Black Arachnia, but at the same time, it's like that Legends class figure looks really neat.
Man, listen. Toy World and Transformation, you don't need to jump on those Legends. Someone else is going to come out with a better version of all those figures. Just watch. It's like third party from the beginning all over again with TFC and Maki Toys coming out with a Devastator, and then comes Zeta. You know, you don't have to get the first run, the first release. They're jumping on the, you know, it's like people like, oh my God, there's a Legends class Black Arachnia. Oh, it's beautiful. I have to get it. The only reason you feel it's beautiful is because it hasn't been done yet. And, you know, but it's not necessarily a good figure. And you would see that once the next one comes out. Then you're like, oh, looking to move this. And I'm not someone that likes to move figures. It's like I don't want to be bothered. But if that's not a problem, then go ahead. You know?
Like I've seen the videos on that Legends class Rat Trap, and it's really nice. But I whipped my Generations Rat Trap out of storage, and that's pretty fucking sharp, man.
Yeah.
You know, for its day, it's a really well done hat. Like, granted, supposedly the rumor was that Matt, the guy who works on Takara MPs at the time, designed this Rat Trap. So I mean, but for me, I really like the Generations Rat Trap. I think it scales well with all my other figures. So I mean, now I'm
that Rat Trap. I don't know how they're gonna come. Like, I've always kind of hypothesized that there's just not going to be an MP Rat Trap. You know, because of that Generations one. Like, it's generally well regarded. Like, I feel like Rhinox needs a new version before Rat Trap does. So.
Yep. And he would be, I believe he'd be in the same scale as Tigatron, which is another one I'm saving up for because he just looks fucking beautiful. I mean, gorgeous. Not to mention the history they gave the character on the show, making him a very not a quick to combat type of individual. You know what I mean? So that I'm looking forward to. But as far as completion is concerned, I got. What about you, Justin? You feel yourself being a completionist of anything?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't say Fans Toys. Like, I buy all their stuff, but like, I don't have their X versions, like the Phoenix X, things like that. So, to be a completionist, you need to have everything. I think I have every animated mold, but I know there's a couple, repaints that I don't have.
Then you're not a completionist.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
just like I'm not a Beast Wars completionist because I'm not getting those repaints.
Yeah. So, like, there's definitely some Legends figures. Like, I think I have like the Cliff Jumper, but like I don't need all the 7 different colors of Bumblebee they did, like, so no, I'm not. Trying to think, is there anything else that I have everything of? No, because I don't have all the clear stuff like Matt has. I don't have the gold Megatron. I don't even have the regular version of Megatron. I have the silver toyish one because I was gonna get the New Age one or the Magic Square one as well when it came out. Like, because at the time, the pictures, you're like, oh, the Magic Square one actually looks better than the New Age, and then the New Age is like freaking good. I almost went in on that Megatron numerous times, but I'm like, you know what? Even with his toy looks, I still am happy with the Megatron I've got. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I was really excited when they put up pre-orders for the different, like the upgraded legs for any of the ones you have for like it's like $5 or $10. I'm like, that's fine with me. I'll pay $10 to get.
So what do the
legs.
upgraded legs do? Like, what is they different from the original release?
They fold everything in nicer. It's a big improvement. Like the hips on the original release are kind of like the hips are definitely the weak spot of the original release. I can't really explain it, but like the way they did the new thing is like the legs actually look like they're in the torso. I'll see if I can find a picture real quick because it's worth seeing, I think. So let me see. Okay. I'll post it in a chat when I see it.
All right. Well, I mean, that's all we got for listeners' questions today. So big shout outs again to our friends over at the Cool Table Network and the Realm of Collectors. Our good friends over at Nerd Rage Radio, even though you don't call that often, except for Jake Dante. He's good people, man. He's been making me laugh like a motherfucker. So shout out to you, Mr. Dante. You don't listen either. It's okay. And of course to Toy Detox whenever they do episode 2.
They haven't done another one?
I don't believe so,
The
no.
whole big hubbub about them coming back and they've only done one new episode?
Hey, I've been looking at Mickey's work lately. That's some gorgeous artwork, Mickey. So shout out to you, Mickey Brave. So on behalf of me and the other members of the Shattercast Uncut crew, we want you, for the sake of Primus, please collect responsibly, especially in this day and age. Please stay safe, be good to yourselves and each other. Until then, you've been shattered.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up, Chip. Okay. Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Shut the fuck up, Chip.